Hello and welcome to McClendon Studios, Random Thoughts and Observations. I'm your host David E. McClendon Sr. and today McClendon Studios presents Discount Dentures. Now, I won't say that this story is true, and I won't say that it isn't, because my father was prone to tell stories that other people have told and put them in the perspective of as if it had actually happened to him, or to tell stories that other people have told that never happened, but to tell them as if they were true. And this is the mark of a great storyteller, is to tell stories as if they're true, and to put people that you know into them so that it gives it a little more viability, credibility, or whatever you want to call it. Well, as my father tells it, Mrs. Fitzgerald walked into the store one day, and she said, "Bruce, I'm really worried about my dentures. I'm trying to buy me a new set of dentures, and I just can't seem to set the money aside. I try saving, and everything I do, I just can't put enough money aside to buy a set of dentures." And Papa Bruce said, "Well, why don't you do what I do?" And she says, "Well, what's that, Bruce?" He said, "I go up to the funeral home and buy my dentures used." And he said, "You know, they don't bury people with their teeth. They take the teeth out before they bury them, and so they got to do something with the teeth. There's no point in throwing them away." She said, "Bruce, what are you talking about?" He says, "Well, you go up to the funeral home, and you go in, and you tell them that you know that they sell the used dentures. And they're going to say that they don't. And you say, 'Well, I know that they do.' And you tell them that they're going to tell you, 'No, that we don't.' And you repeat, 'I know that we do, that you do.' And you keep telling them and insisting that you know for a fact that they sell the used dentures. And finally you're going to have to say, 'Well, I know they do because Bruce McClendon down in Iowa told me so.' And then they'll go ahead and recognize my name and they'll set you up. So what happens after that is they'll take you into a little room and they'll bring you in 2 baskets and then a basket with a amount of uppers in it. And you'll go through and you'll check the uppers, put them in your mouth, and if you think they'll work, you put them in one basket. And if you think that they, you know for a fact they won't work, you put them into the different basket. You keep trying until you get the exact fit. Okay, once you've found your exact fit, or close as you think you're going to get, you send them away. You keep the one upper that you think will work, and they're going to bring you 2 more baskets, 2 more empty baskets, and a basket of lowers. And you keep trying those. You put the ones that you think will fit in the one basket, and those that won't quite fit into the other basket. And then when you get exactly the right fit, or as close as you can come, then you go ahead and settle up. And it's really, really cheap that way. They don't charge much for this. And don't worry about it. They've been sanitized before they bring them to you. They've washed them and put them in the sanitizer, and they're fine. And very few people know about this, but those of us that do know save a lot of money on dentures. And she said, "Bruce, I just can't do that." He said, "Miss Fitzgerald, you just go up there and you tell them that I said, and you'll breeze right through." Well, he never expected this woman to actually do that. But a couple of days later, the woman put her pride aside and all her fears back behind her, and she went up to the local funeral home, and she went in and she said, "I'd like to buy a used set of dentures." And I said, "What?" And she said, "You know, you don't bury people with with their teeth. You take their dentures out and you save them." And they said, "Ma'am, we don't do that." And she said, "I know that you do." And they repeated, "Ma'am, we don't do that." And she said, "Well, I know that you do because Bruce McClendon down in Iowa said that you do. I know you do." And they repeated, "Ma'am, we don't do that." And to finally satisfy the woman, they called and got Papa Bruce on the phone. Said, "Mr. McClendon, this woman's up here says that you told her that we sell these used dentures, that we take the dentures out of dead people's mouth and sell them, and we don't do that. We're a reputable company. We don't do anything such as that." Well, they put the woman on the phone with my father, and he finally convinced her that he was just joking. And of course, she was majorly embarrassed to spend the money to go up there, the gas to get up there to the funeral home. It wasn't a short trip, and she had been very afraid to do it. She put all her fears aside, and she went and did it. Well, as it turns out, when this woman's young son found out about it, he was ready to go and whoop my father, and probably would have. I don't know really what happened in that situation. But this is a classic story that he told. He told it very often as if it were true. I don't know that it is, and I won't say that it isn't, but he would have really done that As a matter of fact, but he would have told the story. He often told the story. Even if it didn't happen, he would have told it as if it was true. Anyway, if you like this video, please subscribe to us on YouTube or follow us on the blog. Check out our books in the sidebar over there, and if you see one you like, go ahead and please make the purchase. We really would appreciate it. You have a great day, and we thank you for watching. This is a Federal Trade Commission required notice. When you click on an advertisement that is displayed with this video, or just before it, we receive a small commission. Sometimes, if you merely watch an ad, we receive commission. If you purchase anything by clicking on links on any of our websites, we receive a commission as well. McClendon Studios is a participant in the Amazon Services LLC Associates Program, an affiliate advertising program designed to provide a means for sites to earn advertising fees by advertising and linking to Amazon.